Okay, so nobody wants to talk about this, so I will. Ever since Jeff Bezos gave Van Jones $100 million, everything about his message has changed. Van Jones used to be a leader in conversation. He was somebody who challenged systems and made America sit with herself with some kind of truth. He's an Ivy League graduate, an attorney, a man who's articulate, educated, and capable of holding the nation accountable. So it's no surprise he's on CNN, Fox, and every major stage. The surprise is what happened since the money came in. Because now that voice that used to speak some kind of truth, he sounds like a brand ambassador for supremacy. He stood on the stage at InvestFest telling people they just need 5 apps to be successful. That's a lie. You're not some GED hustler who stumbled into success. You are a polished attorney with every academic privilege and opportunity that some people don't have. So why are you pretending? Then he said at a Jewish event and apologize on behalf of Kanye West for what? You're not Jesus Christ. You can't take on another man's shortcomings. You can't apologize for someone else's words just to prove that you are safe to the system. And then he says, this is the final straw. AI is the closest thing to reparations Black people are going to get. How, Van? How is a global, non-specific, profit-driven technology that's already being used to gentrify and displace Black communities supposed to be reparations? AI isn't a gift to Black people. It's another tool owned by billionaires who profit off the data, likeness, and labor. $100 million doesn't just change a man's life. It changes a man's lens. I'm Madam President with a Z, and I am 100% politically incorrect.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I forgot what her name is. These are the same people that voted for Kamala Harris because she had a little bit of melanin in her skin, trying to perpetrate like she was black. You get what you get. I didn't do a video on this nigga because when he got the $100 million, because I knew what he was gonna do. He a sucker. And suckers do sucker shit. Not only that, he was actually one of the many people that was co-signing that Kamala Harris was black and this, that, and he's a sellout. He's just a well-spoken sellout. He's a man that's not from the grassroots. Nobody listens to this nigga but old black women and liberal white people. This nigga's a sucker. He's the same person, and I think I did do a video of this where he claimed when he was in college, some white boys, he got up and he left his Coca-Cola can on the table and they spit in it. When he came back, he drank the spit. So this nigga's a dickhead, and he didn't whip their ass. I'm not promote violence. I'm just saying. But yeah, what the fuck was he gonna do when he got $100 million? Anybody will tell you when you have a nonprofit and you receive money, only 3% goes to the cause. You do the math. $100 million, and they kept $97 million minus taxes. That's about 40 million. He ain't pouring that shit into people. He don't give a fuck. But once again, black people that make money or have degrees or high echelon paying jobs, most of them, not all, are fucking sellouts, and they're worse than racist white people. I don't like bougie ass niggas. Bougie niggas is worse than racist, low rent, trailer living white people. Cause at least a broke ass racist white person, you know where they stand at. They disgruntled. They pissed they ain't got no money. It really don't got nothing to do with you. It got everything to do with the fact that they pissed their lot in life off. And even white people with money don't like white people that's broke. But with niggas with money, black people typically admire black people that got money or prestige or some type of position, because back in the days they used to help us. Martin Luther King, while he wasn't a rich man, received $500,000. He gave it to the black community, so much so that Coretta Scott King was pissed off. He got a $50,000 check during the civil rights movement after Selma. Once again, he put it into black people in the community. Same thing with Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Huey P. Newton. Huey P. Newton, he was a college graduate. He was a college instructor. He wasn't like some nigga off the street. He actually used his salary to help black people. I think circa 1972, he made about 70 grand a year which was probably about 144,000 with inflation adjusted this year, of course. But he helped people. These niggas nowadays get money, degrees, prestigious jobs. They don't do shit. They move to white suburban neighborhoods. Now, I'm not gonna say that moving to a white suburban neighborhood necessarily makes you a sellout or a nigga that disregards the community, but for the most part, by and large, most of them do. They get their bread and they get to around white people that are nonviolent because, well, people with money are typically nonviolent. So they equate nonviolence to white people are nonviolent. Let me move away from the niggas. When in actuality, it's the fact that you need to help the community. But they too scared. Motherfuckers feel like they gonna get picked apart, killed, and all types of shit. And they start thinking like white people. Rich ones, of course, not po-ass white people. And it's weird because then some white people with money come to the neighborhood and gentrify. They ain't scared of niggas. You got white people that's worth $20-30 million. They about to buy the block up, and they about to put police on payroll, and they dare you to do something. Your ass gonna get him the fuck up. But black people with money is the total opposite. They retreat amongst white people that they deem nonviolent because, like I stated before, white people or any people that aren't in poverty are not prone, don't have the propensity for violence. So they equate that with white people are non-threatening, non-violent, and which is the stupidest fucking ideology. So I expect nothing less from Van Jones. This nigga going around telling the Jewish community to forgive Kanye West. Nigga, who the fuck are you? Now, I'm not in the total agreement with Kanye West was saying. However, let's just say I understand his grievances. I don't even have to elaborate. Anybody knows the music industry, knows Kanye West, and Jewish people can put two and two together. What I will say is, this nigga's a sellout. And what do I always say on episodes? Just like Obama, Van Jones is a well-dressed turd. A turd is still a turd. He's just not a diarrhea shit like Donald Trump or Bernie Mac would have been. Which is not a slight at Bernie Mac. I'm just saying, had he been in politics, let's just say he would have been politically incorrect, insensitive, and or other. And Van Jones, while he's elegant, articulate, intelligent speaking, is still a fucking turd, right? And rule one in the world, I listen to Jim Rohn's motivational speeches. Everybody first and foremost is about themselves. So everybody in the world is selfish. You can expect a nigga to get $100 million for basically pandering to liberal white people to do nothing for the community, because at the end of the day, he about Delph. And everybody in the world is about themselves. I don't care if it's your mama. She's about self. However, as a speaker for black people, he's a fucking scumbag, because when you take on the mantle of speaking for a group of people and you're supposed to have integrity, there's a certain shit you ain't supposed to do, like get $100 million as a donation and then retreat into obscurity. Where the fuck has this nigga been at? I go on CNN every now and again. I ain't seen this nigga. This nigga's on a milk carton. So yeah, to this black woman point, don't be surprised. These are the same motherfuckers that voted for Democrats and ain't got shit. They have motherfuckers, Democrats, playing their face, talking about they wash greens in the tub. They was listening to Tupac in 1989. They smuggled weed, listening to Snoop in 1988. Like, and they still vote people. These are the same. This bitch is probably the same black person that was saying Bill Clinton was black because he played the saxophone, whatever the fuck that means. I mean, Kenny G played the saxophone. He's far from a black jazz artist, but I digress. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.